Hi, welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is my second video. It's going to be what I have kitted up. Thank you to everyone who watched my whip parade. All the comments were so lovely and encouraging. And thank you for everyone who shouted me out. Darren at Dizzy Stitcher, Debbie at Creatively Yours, Catherine at Cat V Stitches, Sarah at I Swear I'm Stitching, Megan, Stitching Moon, Angie Slowly Crafts, Sam at Little Loop Stitches. If I'm missing anyone, I apologize. Next Flosstube, I will thank you. But thank you very much, I really appreciate it. So this video is going to be what I have kitted up. There's a lot. I have a problem. So I'll start by saying if anyone needs help kitting up their projects, message me. Help me curb my obvious addiction. Oh, and I want to talk about my pegboard. The smallest stitch FFO I probably will ever have. This is a pegboard just from the hardware store. It's 48 by 96. I used acrylic yarn I had on hand. It was quite hard finding a image that I liked that worked with the colors I had. So I found a bigger one and just took a section of it. I stitched it from the back because my kids were around and the animals, and I didn't want the face to be damaged. So I leant it up against my work table. I drew the pattern just on the back. Markers, used a darning needle, 2 strands of DK weight yarn, and just went to town. The middle section was hard to stitch. My armpits killed. And my eldest actually had to stand on the face to push the needle through for me because I couldn't reach right in that middle there. But anyways, it's a great project if you have a huge wall, needs filling, little budget. So yes, that's my pegboard. And so now let's start with all of my kits. So I'm going to start with the ones I'm planning on stitching. I have notes, that's what I'm looking at, that I'm starting this month. I'm planning on starting 2 this month. So my first one is in, I'll talk about project bags and fabric a little bit too. So my project bags all are box edge. If you saw my whip parade, I like large projects, a lot of materials. So box edge means I don't have to have a huge bag. There's the depth. I also like hoops. I like everything, but I do like hoops. Maybe because I own a lot of hoops. But, so yeah, my circle bags, this is the smallest, this is the biggest size. And in here is Dark Blossom by Alexandra Gallagher. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? It was so hard picking a piece, and now she's put out new art, and it's stunning. Oh, she's so talented. So I hand dyed 18 count Ada. Looks like I was planning on doing a center start because I started gridding. So that would be her face. I don't know if I want to start with those flowers though. I guess, anyways. So I'm stitching her on hand dyed because I'll probably frame her square, and I wanted some nice fabric to show. That's the floss. So that is getting started this month. I've been waiting a while to start her, and I am excited. Flosstube itchy nose is a thing. Okay, next is the new cross stitch company that's coming to town. Contemporary Cross. Oh, how gorgeous is this? The art that is going to be available is phenomenal. So this is by Little Fish Designs, charted by Contemporary Cross. I believe he's UK, same as Alexandra Gallagher. This is like 600,000 stitches, and I was not, you know, me in the background is being removed, and I dyed some fabric that I am very, very, very happy with. See how huge this, it's a big piece of fabric. But I am very happy with it. It's going to be perfect. So I'll just show you again. I think I'll be saving like hundreds of thousands of stitches. Tens for sure. No, hundreds. 100 at least. Here's the floss. 239 colors. I'm so happy to have another whip with yellow. And I'm going to start that hummingbird because he's lovely. Well, all of it's lovely, but there's a hashtag for all these bird whips. Let me know, because there seems to be a lot of bird whips going on. Okay, so my next is a free chart. Pinker and Punkin. It's a little sheep in a jar. I'm going to stitch it with waist Aida on some gorgeous blue wool. I've seen people making book folds, and I want to try. It's in a cigar box. Here we go. Nice and safe and sound. All right. So next is the same artist as the piece I'm stitching for my eldest, Gina Pfleegor. So I'm doing plot twist for my eldest, and this is And She Lived Happily Ever After. So it's Belle. There's the beast out of the way. She can get on with reading her book. Oh, so can you see like rose wallpaper? All the symbolism. I just love her art. So I dyed fabric. And here's the floss. Some linen. Just did some rose wallpaper. As soon as plot twist is finished and off that scroll frame, this is going on. I will save all my plans for the next video because I have it all worked out. It's all figured out. Okay. So next, another unconventional cross stitch. I'm fairly certain this is the biggest Jody's charted. It's another Echo Chairneck. No Place Like Home. Full coverage. Just going on easy guide. Not sure if I'm starting with this owl on the white, or those eyes. Have on these floss drops. I bought these playing cards thinking they were so cool. But when you're trying to play cards, kind of drunk at night, they're impossible to see. Oh my gosh. So they have made pretty good floss drops. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, on to the next. Okay, so the next is a test stitch. My cousin is a fantastic artist, Montreal, Canada, and I had already finished. Okay, so I want to chart all of her work, and I do really want to do kits, but her art's watercolor. No, it is watercolor. And I just want to make sure it all translates nicely. So I test stitched little grizzly cub as a birth announcement for a girlfriend, and I already gave it to her, so I have a picture. And there he is. Oh, isn't he so cute? So I'm just working out kits because watching Flosstube, you hear a lot of stuff. People like having it all kitted up. I think floss cards are the way to go. I don't know. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments. I really want to get that right. So 2 other people are doing test stitches for me. KayliKruyff of Finishes on Instagram. She is so fast. Holy moly. She's done so many cross stitches and with paper patterns. It's incredible. Anyway, so she's doing this bumblebee for me. He is spectacular. And Not Nixie on Instagram is doing the little trash panda raccoon. So those will be kits hopefully in the near future once we figure it all out. And I will be doing these bisons. So I hand dyed the fabric. That I think will look pretty darn good. It's actually not a lot of colors, so it's kind of a few colors. So that is on the list to do. Thank you to those test stitching for me. Okay, so next was a lovely gift from Megan at Stitching Moon. She's doing her own patterns. She has a store on Etsy. I will link it down below. And she gifted me this beautiful chart. She lives in Norway, and so I'd asked if it was okay. I didn't want to stitch this blue sky and Norway, Northern Lights. So I thought I would get some dyed fabric. It was kind of Northern Lightsy, and I think it worked out. I think it's gonna look good. There's actually quite a few Flosstubers doing charts now. Sam at Little Loops and Stitchman Darcy. Others I'm forgetting. Some pretty cool charts getting made. Lots of talented people out there. So I guess I'll show some more of my dyed fabric right now. I'm into this like northern, well, there's lots of mermaids out there, and I just thought it's like dripping, smoky. It's just so much fun. That's a lot of fun. Vibe. Looks so cool. I have them on linens, Adas, even weaves, all that jazz. So just a few there. I have more kitted up projects on my own fabric too, of course. Okay, so then notes. What? Sorry. Okay, so I have in this amazing project bag from Alara Designs. She does them with handles, very cool, and she does 2 pockets. So I have 2 whips in here that are for my daughters. I have by the same artist. Artist name is Camilladerrico, Canadian artist. This is Pisces. And it's going on this opalescent hand dyed. I'll do it this way actually. With her colors. I'm excited to stitch this. This is my first opalescent, and it is shimmery. My daughter approves. And then my youngest is a Cancer. There's the Cancer. And when I dyed the opalescent for that, it was too orange. I didn't think it was too orange. There wasn't going to be enough contrast. So she's getting plain Lugana. But I still think it's going to look gorgeous. So that's that. And again, Laura's beautiful bag. Link all her stuff down below. Okay, next is a gift for Allie and Misfit Stitches. And we've talked. It was initially going to be for Christmas, but we're seeing each other at Stitch North. If anyone else is going, message below. I'm going both weekends because I live close. So this is another piece by Lauracolors. And if you watched Misfit Stitches videos, you know the significance of the moon, and she likes her cats. So perfect. And I had initially started stitching this on 38 count because I watched Kayli cross stitch. She makes it look very easy. And no, holy moly, that's difficult. So we're on 22 count Hardanger colors. I'm excited. It's just 10,000 stitches, this little guy. He's going to be so cute. Also very excited for Stitch North. Okay, next is an unconventional cross stitch. Another Adrian Borda. Not big eyes though. This is Spanish Space Armada. And I didn't want to do the background. Also didn't want to stitch white, all that white on white fabric. So we have dyed fabric. I am pretty happy with how this has turned out. Some serious counting will have to be done. That is okay. I'd rather count than stitch white on white. Just to get the light bulbs in the right place. But yeah, she's gorgeous. I love that piece. Well, all my pieces, as we all say. All right. Oh, next is another Ray Caesar, another Canadian artist. It was so hard picking which one of his I wanted to do. This is definitely full coverage, so it will be on Easy Guide. And this is Maison Chats. I'm not saying that right, I apologize. French never came easy to me. That dress and all the detail, all the sewing, oh, I love, 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 love. She's big, another big one. Another big one. I do have a couple small ones, so. Next is another Haid. This is Bob Duchette. I have wanted his art for a long time. I'm very happy. I bought 4 charts last Haid sale, and Carlos at the Stitches and Staples, Stitches, I'll link him down below. He's going to start it with me. Thank you, thank you. Be enabling, love it. and I have all the floss not on floss drops or floss cards yet. I find on eBay the bobbinated ones go for better deals than just the skeins do. Funny story, I got 500 bobbins in those boxes for $60, including shipping to Canada. And I didn't read the description. I was like, even if it's from a smoking home, I don't care, I'll figure it out. $60, that's insane. So the lady was obviously like an embroiderer, and they were all color coordinated with none of the DMC numbers. So I have 500 bobbins I need to match now. Anyways, that will get done at some point. So next two are Troy Brooks, another Canadian artist. It was nearly impossible to choose which one. He has this one series out right now. They're mug shots over decades. He just does women, so they're women mug shots. And they are incredible. I was trying to decide if that's the route I wanted to go. Do I want a mug shot on my wall? I don't know. So anyways, I can decide that later. I picked these two. I am going to figure out how to remove the backgrounds though. I'm not sure how. This one I have a better chance of doing. This is Ectophiliac. I am not entirely sure what that word means. And I am hoping that smoke turns out. She is phenomenal, those colors. And then the other one is Dear Francis. And I think I can get that pink and just do the wainscoting. I think I can do it. And that painting and the blood splatter, I think I can. And then those don't seem so huge. So that's those ones. And then a South African artist, Truman Baker. This is Oh Honey Beehive. And removing this background was so much work. It's worth it. I don't know if you can see, there's a really subtle honeycomb here. I also noticed I like chicks with stuff in their hair. That is my jam. I did not know that. So here is the fabric that I dyed with the really subtle honeycomb. Can you see it? No. I'm holding it in the right spot. Yeah. So she is beautiful. More yellows. Yes, please. She has great art. I will link her Instagram down below. And last but not least, at a client's house, I saw this artwork. Another Canadian artist. Ramona Nordal. How awesome is that? All this is going to be block stitch and then beautiful gradation in her face and sunglasses. And just dyed nice gray. I'm excited to have some block stitching. I do like confetti, but you know, some block stitching to change it up a bit will be nice. Okay, so I have a few kits. That's okay. That's okay. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to do another Flosstube next month with the progress that I've stitched on with certain whips. I haven't done all of them, just with WhipGo and what is it, Sweewie? Stitch what you want when you want. So I'll be doing that in October. I hope everyone has a great rest of September, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.